Hi, I'm Craig Puckett. I'm the Government Affairs Director here at the association, and with me I have Raleigh Van Fossen. He's the Executive Director at the Capital Area Housing Partnership. Thank you for joining us today. And to begin, can you tell us a little bit about the Capital Area Housing Partnership and what your mission is?
Absolutely, and thanks for having me. Appreciate the invite today. Capital Area Housing Partnership. What I want folks in the community to know of who we are is, first and foremost, we've been in this community for 31 years. We've changed our name a couple times along the way, but really for the last 10 years, we've been operating as Capital Area Housing Partnership with the mission to build and create strong and diverse neighborhoods throughout this community. And so what that means in practice is you'll see us out in the community developing housing opportunities everywhere from building new homes that are listed for sale, renovating existing homes that are occupied by a homeowner who maybe needs support with a roof replacement or a furnace replacement, all the way to large-scale multifamily projects creating rental opportunities. But what's been neat about our time as a nonprofit is we've developed a whole plethora of social service programs that complement the developments that we are doing as well as other neighbors. And so those are things like our free tool lending library, our housing counseling program, if you want to meet one-on-one with a financial counselor to get some tailored expertise unique to your story, whether that's pre-purchase if you're interested in buying a home, rental, or for folks maybe on the more vulnerable side, trying to help prevent and avoid foreclosure. And then we certainly have other programs that we offer, like the Tuesday Toolman. If you're out in the community and need help with accessibility modifications, it's perhaps that our Tuesday Toolman volunteers could come help. But at the end of the day, CAP is really trying to make sure that everybody in mid-Michigan has the opportunity to call someplace home.
Great. You kind of talked about some of the projects. There's one big project that I'm sure a lot of our members have read about in the news lately, with the Walter French Junior High. Can you give us an update on that?
Sure. We were proud to take ownership and accept the Walter French Junior High School as a donation about 5 years ago. And so our team has been working tirelessly since that time to put together the funding sources that are necessary to redevelop that. If you're not familiar, the building is on the National Registry of Historic Places. And so taking that into account, what we've come up with and have since broken ground this past June is that we will be, in about 2 years' time, opening the doors to 76 new apartments, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, as well as creating a first floor daycare and child care center for about 100 to 110 children in the community, and then relocating our headquarters and creating a Mid-Michigan Housing Resource Center. And so that sounds great on paper, and it's taken us time to put together, but we're excited because that's going to be a close to $34 million investment right there at South Cedar and Mount Hope. And come January, February 25, we'll be opening our doors.
Well, that's great. Something else that we kind of share an interest in is the state recently passed a statewide housing plan, and you're co-leading that study in our region. Can you talk about your role in that?
Sure, it's a great question. The first time in any recent time, if at all, the state has finally launched and published a statewide housing plan. It's a starting point for our state to come together as a community to say this is our vision for what housing should be and the needs are for Michigan. Whether that's talking about retention or attraction of new citizens, that state plan is hopefully going to be that guide. But the state's taking it a step further. The state is now asking local communities to come together and form collaboratives to then take that statewide housing plan and ensure that the priority areas represent even more so the local needs. And so we're proud to co-lead with the Tri-County Regional Planning Commission and other key stakeholders like GLAR to look at Clinton, Eaton, and Ingham County as a collaborative and to align the state's priorities with what we see right here in our community.
Great. Well, we appreciate the update, and thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.